Hello friends! As the sun rises over Australia's dry rangelands, goats quietly spread out across land where crops can't grow. Each year, Australia processes around 2.7 million goats, supplying markets far beyond its borders. How does such harsh land produce food for millions of people worldwide? To find out, we follow one goat's journey from this land to the table. Much of inland Australia receives less than 12 inches of rain per year, making crop farming unreliable across large areas of New South Wales, Queensland, and South Australia. Poor soils and long distances between water points limit livestock that depend on dense pasture. Goats respond differently. They feed on shrubs, woody plants, and dry grasses and can travel long distances to find food and water. As a result, land that cannot support crops or cattle can still remain productive. This reality shapes how goat farms operate. Properties often span thousands of acres, too large for barns or intensive feeding. Instead, farmers fence vast grazing areas and allow herds to move freely, reducing feed costs while matching natural behavior. Open land brings risk, so regular patrols, herd counts, and health checks keep the system controlled. On Australia's open-range goat farms, breeding is tightly controlled. One breeding buck typically mates with 30 to 40 does. Helping farmers manage herd size without expanding land. Pregnancy lasts about 150 days, and in dry regions, limited water or minerals can quickly increase pregnancy loss. Most does give birth to 1 or 2 kids, with twins common at 40 to 50%. Because early losses can determine annual productivity, reproduction is treated as a biological risk, not a routine process. On Australian goat farms, experienced producers know that the first weeks matter more than any other stage. Newborn kids that fail to stand and nurse within the first few hours rarely recover. Without enough colostrum, immunity remains weak, and even mild cold or moisture can become fatal. Farmers focus less on intensive feeding and more on simple protection, dry ground, wind shelter, and constant access to the mother. When these basics are missed, losses can quickly rise above 5%. When they are done well, kid survival becomes predictable, and the entire year's production stabilizes. Across rangeland goat trials in eastern Australia, including sites near Dirranbandi, Yulo, Kingaroy, and Warwick, researchers found that young goats grazing only native pasture often gain about 1.8 to 2.2 ounces per day. While those with strategic supplementation can reach nearly 3.5 ounces per day under good conditions. This means kids can hit market weight faster when feed quality is supported. Supplemental feed, such as high-quality pellets or lupins, helps when pasture quality or seasonal conditions limit growth. Producers often adjust supplements to match pasture supply, especially during dry months. In these rangelands, where rainfall is low and forage sparse, this balance between grazing and supplementation is key to maintaining steady growth without excessive feed costs. On rangeland goat farms, electronic identification (NLIS-EID) allows each goat's age, weight, and health history to be recorded and tracked before departure. Before transport, goats must be assessed for fitness and provided water and feed within hours of loading to meet welfare standards. During mustering, animals are gathered into yards or collection points, documented with a national vendor declaration, then loaded onto ventilated trucks for the drive to abattoirs. Careful handling and record keeping ensure animals arrive in good condition for humane processing and export. When goats arrive at licensed processing facilities in Victoria, Queensland, or South Australia, they enter a tightly controlled system focused on animal welfare, food safety, and export compliance. Animals are handled under strict Australian standards, then processed and prepared for global markets. In 2024, Australia processed over 3.4 million goats, producing around 119 million pounds of goat meat, most of which was exported. The majority is frozen, boxed, and moved through a monitored cold chain to markets including the United States, South Korea, and China. From remote rangelands to international ports, every step is tracked to ensure consistency, safety, and traceability until the product reaches consumers overseas. What makes this system work isn't scale, it's control. Land that can't grow crops still feeds the world because every decision is planned, measured, and tracked. The question is, could this model work elsewhere or only in places as harsh as Australia? Tell us what you think. And stay with us because the next story starts where this one ends.
Goats seem like minor farm animals to most people. But they lead a thriving global trade. See how they outperform traditional livestock in tough spots. Modern goat farming uses practical methods that mix traditional and advanced techniques. In Australia, farmers harvest over 2.3 million feral goats from vast rangelands each year. Rounding them up with helicopters, quad bikes and dogs before trucking to processing. This low-cost approach needs minimal setup, relying on quick mustering and basic holding pens to harvest steady supplies. Closed bars systems, on the other hand, regulate conditions like 15 to 25 DG temperatures and feed 2 to 3 pounds of hay, grains and seeds daily to boost output. Tools such as wearable sensors monitor health instantly, cutting disease rates by 20%, while drones scan herds for early problems. Farmers harvest young goats after weaning at 6 to 8 weeks. With full maturity at 18 months, supporting consistent harvesting cycles. Milking operations harvest goat milk through efficient factory processes. The hay may start producing after birth, yielding 3 to 5 litres per milking session twice a day for 250 to 300 litres annually. Rotary platforms handle 50 goats at once, where AI robots clean udders and attach cups, harvesting milk into chilled tanks via sterile lines. Filters remove impurities right away, preserving quality. Factories then harvest curds by adding enzymes for coagulation, cutting them and moulding into cheese aged 2 to 6 weeks. This process harvests more than 2 million tonnes of goat cheese worldwide each year, priced for low lactose and high value such as $300, 0 cents per kilogram for pecorino. Romano. In the US, with 430,000 milk goats, up 4% in 2025, these methods harvest products like yogurt and butter for growing markets. Abattoirs harvest goat meat in controlled steps, tailored for speed and standards. Animals rest first to ensure tender results, then proceed to stunning, bleeding, skinning and gutting under inspection. carcasses are washed, trimmed and frozen whole via blast chilling, with 99% shipped frozen to maintain freshness. Australia alone harvests 51,488 tonnes in 2024. A 47% rise, earning $354 million, 0 cents, AUD, much from US imports. American meat goats total 1.98 million heads, growing 1% yearly as consumers seek lean, healthy options. Goat farming faces real hurdles, yet its strengths point to solid growth. Australian droughts shrink herds and weights, and goats' jumping skills demand expensive fencing. Unchecked grazing can damage land diversity, while tastes lean toward lamb or cow dairy instead of goat items. Still, goats adapt well, harvesting nutrition from tough plants with 50% less water than cows and 70% lower emissions. Projects like Australia's $3,700,000 0 cents genetics initiative improve breeds, and AI helps prevent overgrazing. Projections indicate goat harvesting will outpace sheep in 20 years, fueled by protein demand and eco-friendly trends. Personal stories show how determination drives success. Take farmer Alam in Texas. After bankruptcy hit his operation hard, he switched to goats, using AI sensors to harvest more while keeping costs low. His faith kept him going through tough seasons, now supplying meat for local markets. Similar tales come from Wisconsin dairy farmers who harvest milk with robots, blending tech with persistence. These efforts tie into US cultures. Hispanic families harvest goats for birria tacos, Caribbean groups for curry goat, and Native American communities in BBQ blends. You can see goat operations harvest tough animals into key foods, from open lands to high-tech plants. They harvest advantages in dry areas, harvesting profits via exports and dairy specialties. Through tools like drones and robots, producers harvest solutions to challenges, harvesting a path where goats anchor future farming. Those looking for complex metaphors or vague ideas won't find them here. This delivers plain facts on harvesting from start to finish.
Autumn salmon can only be caught for a short time from September to October. Do you know how much salmon a day is caught by Japanese fishermen? Leave a prediction below to let us know. Trout fishing is done using fixed nets. Nets are spread at fixed positions. On average, each time fishermen set their nets, they will drop about 4 to 5 nets in many areas to collect the largest amount of fish possible. The isobune is towing a small boat and spreading nets. Some fishermen will transfer to the isobune ship and load fishing nets onto the main ship. More experienced people will stay on the main ship to prepare tools to remove fish from the net. The captain is controlling the ship's direction according to the data displayed on the radar screen.
Hello, friends. A single nut has sparked a global frenzy. From Dubai's viral chocolate bars to upscale eateries in Los Angeles. California produces 99% of America's pistachios, fueling a $5.6 billion, 0 cents industry projected to reach $7 billion, 0 cents by 2030. Yet, in 2025, as farmers chase a record harvest, they face a brutal reality. These trees demand vast water in a state scorched by drought. Each acre guzzles enough to supply 10 households for a year. Amid tightening water rules and soaring demand, pistachios are undeniably so expensive. Pistachios didn't sprout in California's sun-scorched valleys. Their origins lie in ancient Persia, where they were prized as a rare delicacy, named in the Bible's book of Genesis as a choice fruit, gifted by Jacob's sons to Egypt's elite. A treasure so scarce only kings, nobles, and wealthy merchants could afford them. Grown in remote oases and laboriously harvested by hand, pistachios demanded immense effort and water, making them a costly symbol of status in ancient markets. By 330 BC, Alexander the Great spread their groves to the Mediterranean, but their exclusivity endured. In 1853, an American trader sowed the first seeds in California, where they faltered until 1930, when a botanist brought a resilient Persian variety. From that seed, a billion-dollar industry bloomed. Yet pistachios' ancient rarity and water-intensive nature keep them so expensive. In Kern County, where summers burn like the Middle East, orchards stretch endlessly. At Sunrise Farms, Clara Evans recalls their humble start. We had 80 acres in the 70s. Now we're at 18,000. Harvesting is high-tech. Machines shake trees, raining 12,000 nuts in moments. Planting costs $22,000, 0 cents per acre, with farmers waiting 6 years, twice as long as almonds, for a return. Only female trees yield nuts, and they're water hungry, needing over 1 million gallons annually. Miss the timing and half the shells are empty, a costly loss in a parched state. In California, pistachios fetch $4, 0 cents to $6, 0 cents per pound at wholesale, doubling in global markets like Dubai, where premium kernels hit $10. $0 per pound in 2025, driven by viral demand. These prices make pistachios so expensive, reflecting intense resource demands. Drought stalks California like a shadow. The state grows most of America's fruits and vegetables, but water is scarce. A 1,960 plan to pipe northern rivers south faltered. Old water rights and environmental laws slashed supplies. The 1987 to 1992 drought cut agriculture's share by half. Today's shortages hit harder. Small farmers like Javier Ruiz feel the pinch. It's a gamble every season, he says, standing among fallow fields. A 2014 law caps groundwater pumping, forcing farmers to buy extra land for water credits. By 2040, 20% of farmland may vanish, favoring nuts over greens, threatening grocery prices. While small farms wither, giants like Greenwave thrive. Spanning 50,000 acres, twice San Francisco's size, they control the Kern Water Reserve, banking billions of gallons from wet years. Billionaire owners secured 55% of it by funding its launch, trading water rights now worth $180 million, 0 cents. Public water shouldn't profit a few, an activist argues, pointing to taxpayer-funded origins. This edge leaves smaller growers parched, inflating pistachios' true cost economically and morally. Yet ingenuity shines through. Greenwave uses precision irrigation, saving every drop, while cloned trees yield 30% more nuts with less water. Sunrise Farms recycles runoff. We plan for scarcity, Evans says. It's survival. A 2010 Get Crackin' campaign, fueled by $20 million, 0 cents in ads, turned pistachios into a health food star, doubling sales overnight with a 233% brand surge. Wholesale prices soared from $2.50 per pound in 2009 to $3.80 by 2011, a 52% leap as demand spiked. By 2025, premium kernels hit $9.00 to $12.00 per pound globally, driven by Dubai's chocolate craze, making pistachios so expensive. At Persia Bistro in San Francisco, chef Amira Khalil treasures Iranian pistachios. They're like jewels, too rare here. She uses Californians, mindful of their toll. The earth suffers, she says, crafting pistachio-dusted desserts her son adores. California's pistachios are a testament to resilience. From a Persian seed to a global giant, the industry battles drought with technology and grit. Greenwave processes 700 million pounds yearly. Farmers like Ruiz innovate to endure. But the cost is steep. $22,000, 0 cents per acre, years of waiting, water wars and ethical debates. As orchards bloom against barren skies, pistachios remain so expensive, a delicate balance of ambition and sacrifice. Can this desert bounty last? The answer lies in every nut on your plate.